No, don't they? Let's be perfectly plain.
As I'm eating cereal and having
She's ready.
non-alcoholic
Can't be
beer.
mad at her. Really can't.
Welcome to WFSO Aftermath,
so
and
I
of
said
course
to
we're
her,
live on
me and
YouTube,
Maggie were talking about what we would
pre-recorded
want
on
in our
YouTube, and
obituaries
also
and
live on
this,
my personal
and I
TikTok
said, you know what's
channel,
going to be funny?
well,
She
page,
said,
wherever
what's
you want to
that?
call
And I
it.
said, well, if I go before Anne,
I'll just
I
say
said,
like,
Anne's going to be getting up there
I'll just say on my
and
TikTok,
around and they'll be faces
just
there,
be
and she
better
I said,
that way.
she's going
So
to break out this song, and she said, well, what song she going to sing?
I didn't see
She don't
TNA
fuck
Emergence
with
this
you.
past Friday
You little stupid ass bitch,
because
she ain't fucking with
I
you.
owe TNA plus some money, which I will sort that out tomorrow.
Maggie laughed and she said, she went, yeah, she said,
But today we're going to talk about, the results of TNA Wrestling Emergence. So if y'all didn't see it, then y'all be able to hear like the first, like this would be a first for me too, knowing the results that I didn't see, TNA. So my streak of watching them was over. So talk about that. Also talk about, Milwaukee development. One thing I wanted to talk about last week, I didn't get chance to talk about, so we're gonna do that. And plus comic book movies and TV news. Trying to see where the Fantastic Four stands, and Superman came out on digital this past Friday. So talk about a little bit about that. So without further ado, let's get to TNA Emergence results. So like I said, I don't even know the results or anything like that. So this would be kind of like new to me. So. And I know this match was added at the last minute, Indy Hartwell and Rosemary, just due to the effects of what happened this past Thursday, which I did not see Impact on Thursday either. Because what was I? Yeah, I was working and I just got too tired. But anyways, Indy Hartwell did beat Rosemary, so they really pushing her. So nothing wrong with that. Moose apologized to Sami Callihan for his harsh words a few weeks ago. Surprisingly, Callihan thanks him for being honest and giving him the motivation he needed. To retire from in-ring competition if he does not to be. Okay. So the system is like turning face, and I think y'all probably like kind of know that by now. And I had a little bit of sweet tooth. I had to eat some cereal or something. Not just always drinking, not alcoholic beer. Anyways, I think. Oh, okay. This is a countdown to Emergence 2. You got the hometown man going against Ryan Nemeth. Of course, y'all know Nick Nemeth is suspended, so Ryan Nemeth had to go out on his own, and hometown man defeated Ryan Nemeth. Okay. That's fair enough. Well, okay, I know we know who's underneath the mask, but I ain't gotta tell everybody who it is. Y'all probably already know. But yeah. So been on the winning streak, hometown man. So that's something. Okay. Okay. So now we kick off with the show. Actually, the TNA X Division Championship match kicked off the show. Leon Slater defended against Cedric Alexander. I don't know. I know Leon Slater just won it at Slammiversary, and I don't know how it's going to be right for, Cedric Alexander just to win it. So I don't know how they're going to do this. This is just going to be weird. So let's see. Okay. Leon Slater did retain. Understandable. So, it's just like, I'm sorry, it just seems like that, Cedric Alexander can never get a break. So, maybe, it was bad timing for him coming into, TNA? Maybe. Okay, so, okay, just a little bit of videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Spaz's interview, and I know this match was like announced last week that Mustafa Ali was order 4 going against Matt Cardona. So don't know what it is. And Matt Cardona. Oh wow, okay. Matt Cardona did beat Mustafa Ali. So wow, so he was like the first person in a long time, well, in the, like past months that beat Mustafa Ali. I guess that's saying something, but then again, I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments below, because I could be wrong on that one. But oh wait a minute. After the match, Olafort jumps Cardona as Agent Zero destroys him with the double-handed chokeslam. System comes to his aid, and they were in action next, which is good. Then you had, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards of the System with Alicia Edwards going against First Class with the returning Rick Swann. So I think his return was like a little bit too long. They could have done it sooner while he was out there, doing like other shows and stuff like that. But that's just me. But anyway, so let's see how this went. Oh wow. Okay, I'm pretty shocked. First Class actually beat the System. Interesting. Really interesting. Okay, so that feels probably ain't gonna be over. Okay, injury report. Of course they did. Trey Miguel is out, and we know Casey Mazzario is out. Although Moose has like a hip injury, but he's cleared to wrestle for the main event tonight. So, yeah. Okay, now we got Mike Santana and Sami Callihan. If Sami Callihan loses, he will retire. So let's see who won that one. So they probably was like good matches in general. So nothing to like to worry about on that. So Mike Santana did. Oh, it was a Baltimore street fight. Okay. So Mike Santana did win, and Sami Callihan is retiring from in-ring competition. So it's going to do like different stuff. So that's cool. But he's been working, behind the scenes with, with TNA anyway. So hey, why not? So he leaves his boots in the middle of the ring, significant his retire from in-ring competition. Bar Burger giveaway. Cloud Red Sherwood, Tuesday from 2 to 4. Okay, I know where that at. Interesting. But okay, everybody praising about the Brewers had like a 12-game women's streak. So if that was the case, they had that. George Wells will honor people free burgers. So some people got their vouchers over the weekend, while some of us will have to brave on Wednesday and go there and try to get one, because for the people that couldn't make it, they told them over this weekend they can get vouchers to use it at a later date. But yeah, Brewers did lose in the 11th inning with a walk-off single. I don't know who was pitching. I didn't watch the game, but yeah, Brewers did lose. So their winning streak is, they tied for the franchise high with their 14-game winning streak, and they lost today. Okay, so got that out the way, and I appreciate those likes. So thank you. So we're like halfway there to 1,000 likes. I appreciate that. And I ain't forget about you guys, YouTube. Thanks for the likes as well. Also, y'all new here, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please, help us with it. When we get to 1,000, we are going to do like some giveaways, and also we're going to be doing like not just giveaways, maybe a prize package or something like that. So we'll let y'all know about that information soon enough. But anyways, wait. Okay, Eric Young confronts Sami Callihan, but Joe Hendry comes to his aid. Okay. Okay. Of course, the Namus does got a rematch for the tag title, so whenever that case might be, it may be the Victory Road this September, so maybe it'll probably happen there. So yeah, this is a huge one. Yeah, the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. You got Fatal Influence, you got Eldridge Brand that's defending the titles. Inspiration and Lewin Lee and Zaya Brookside. So let's see who won that. So I got a funny feeling that okay, before the match begins, Carlos Silva, Tommy Dreamer, and Jazz announced that Lei Yin Lee has resigned with TNA. So with TNA's contract, some of them they kind of just have like kind of like a few months contract or something like that. There's some. I just need some, so sorry about that. I'm sorry, I just got a sweet tooth like a mug. But anyways, enough of that. With some of the TNA's contracts, some of them, they go for like months and months, and there's some people they sign like a multi-year. So I'm not saying TNA is like kind of strapped for cash, but it's just like I guess some of them, they kind of a little bit, of a lowballing in a way, but they offer you something, somebody will take it and go from there. So I don't know what type of deal that this would be, but she did resign with TNA. So yeah, good for her. Masha Slammers was in the corner. JC James was of course in the corner of Fatal Influence. Margaret Sadie, of course in the corner of Inspiration, and of course with Maggie by Elegance. I think they call it M by Elegance, which just kind of weird. But oh wait, okay. She ain't defending it. Okay, so Maggie M and Heather by Arrogance. I guess they're actually gonna be the one defending the title instead of Ash by Elegance. She might have I don't know. I think she might have a knockouts title match at Heatwave, I believe. So that's probably why they didn't have no knockouts title match. So I understand that. Of course, Elegance Brand, they did retain, of course, the knockouts tag titles. Well, a shocker. Not really. But it's good that you got all these women like tag teams and stuff like that. And good thing with the work with for TNA and NXT, working together, they can like have like create multiple women's tag teams and stuff like that. Robots, anything. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Okay. So, yep, we already know they won. So, what's next? Okay, Indy Hartwell lays a claim to the Knockouts World Championship. Okay. Fair enough. Wait. Oh, Daniel Luna. Okay. Okay. Okay, that little bit was interesting. And no countouts and no disqualifications with the TNA International Championship. Steve Macklin defended against Jake something. I didn't care who won. It probably would have been like a good match. But I guess I'm leaning towards Jake something because he's been in TNA on and off for like years and still hasn't won like a singles title or a tag title or anything like that. So kind of sucks on that end. But anyways, let's see who won. Okay, Steve Macklin did retain, so kind of makes sense. And okay, after the match, Frankie Kazarian interrupts Steve Macklin. Macklin will fight him right now, but Kazarian retreats. So that's gonna be something gonna be starting. And also kind of sucks at the same time that Kazarian, part of me think he should have been, world champion by now, but sorry, but seems like TNA had other plans. Anyways, TNA World Tag Team Championship match. You got the Rascals going against the Hardys. Let's see. The Hardys did retain, and it seemed like it was a good match. Okay, fair enough. Okay, both teams shake hands and show respect. AJ Prince and the Rick Swan hold an improv first-class penthouse where they insult the city of Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens mascot is backed up by the system to teach them a lesson in respect. So that feud ain't over. And of course the main event, got NXT's Trick Williams defending the TNA title against Moose. Could this be the opportunity for TNA to get their world title back? Let's see. Looks like some good match from heavy hitters, just from what it looks like, but somehow, some way, let me see. Williams inadvertently takes out the referee. Moose had the match won following another spear, but there's no referee to make the count, so Moose at the time could have won. Then Williams catches Moose with a trick shot, but it's not enough to keep him down. Then Trick did 2 more times and ended up retaining the title. Okay. So more, a passionate battle, so that's cool. So let's see. After that match, TNA President Carlos Silva hands the TNA World title back to Trick Williams, and Emergence goes off the air. So, and plus y'all probably seen like the rumors that possibly TNA may move to like a new TV deal with either A&E or CW. So they're really pushing it for they're really pushing for like CW to get them a spot on there, and also WWE is involved with that too, like talking with AE and of course CW. It seems, I'm not saying that AE is not interested, but it seems like CW is more interested than A&E is. So if it happens, what they would say something like TNA will move from Thursdays to Wednesdays if they get a deal done really soon, but don't know when they're going to exact started it and stuff like that, but I think it's going to be somewhere around October. That's just my guess. So you'll have Tuesday NXT, then you have Wednesdays on CW TNA Emergence. So hey, both 2-hour shows, and there you go. Got some wrestling content on local TV. If people can't afford cable or they can't afford, satellite, they can just look at regular TV. So, yeah, the best of both worlds if they do. And I think TNA will reach a bigger audience and probably will get the same enough views as TNA does, because TNA, well, not TNA, but NXT. NXT is like nearly, 1 million viewers a week, nearly. So TNA can probably get that same number. So like if it does work out, they start doing like TNA on Wednesday. So I think it'd be more of a perfect idea, especially working for let's just say they start doing like TNA live, like every Wednesday. There you go. Get more eyes on it, and you don't see that many of the spoilers and things like that. So either way, it would be a good move. But yeah, that's what I think. But let's say not much to talk about with wrestling. The only thing to talk about is like it seems like WWE is trying to do a counter offer counter event with All Out, which is going to be in Toronto September 20th. So WWE is going to do a counter show, which we don't know is going to be either in a PLE or it's going to be like just a special event. Because some rumors had it will be a PLE event, and of course the rumor is true about this one, that it's going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. Of course, why not? Because you do owe them, some special events, including you owe them a future WrestleMania and a future SummerSlam. So, there you go. But other rumors is talking about it's going to be just a special event for they probably going to show exclusively on ESPN. With the deal that that WWE and ESPN made for like showing their PLEs on ESPN. It won't be ESPN Plus anymore. I think it just be like ESPN, but just like the updated app of it. So that seems like that's what's going to happen. So, we could be wrong. Well, we already know the ESPN WWE deal is real, but like with this PLE for September 20th, and I know I got an update on that one on my yearly PLEs. So yeah. And also, we thought, they probably would do like a special, PLE in December for John Cena's last match. They thinking right now, this is not official yet, but this is just what I've been hearing, that, WWE will host their, final, Saturday night's main event. The deal, they have with like NBC or Universal. So I don't know if they're gonna redo that deal or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but having a special event like on NBC on local TV is a good thing. But not sure if WWE is gonna do another agreement with NBC or anything like that. They could, because SmackDown is on USA and that's part of NBC Universal. So, who knows? Things may work out. You never know. So, it's like right now, it's just wait and see. So, anyways, enough about wrestling. And this was one of the things I want to talk about that's going on in the city. So, a new bar. This is from Urban Milwaukee. I am like an exclusive member, but only like exclusive members can read certain stories. So, here we go. So, we had this thing that called, since they opened it in the 2019 like playoffs, called the Mecca Sports Bar that's in the Deer District. So sorry, I just gotta speak to it. I don't know what it is. Maybe after the beer I'll probably end up oh yeah, I forgot they got 4 games against the Cubs. Okay, so their doubleheader will be tomorrow, Tuesday evening game and Wednesday evening game. So it makes sense. Yeah, because the doubleheader they had to make that. Wait a minute, Thursday? Oh, a 5-game series. Dang, I thought they was there for 3 days, including that doubleheader that they had. That one game they had to make up that they missed because of the rain. But I wanted to be surprised that, if it ended up raining again, like in the area, and they had to cancel it again. Lloyd injured again. Wow. He just can't catch a break. And they talk about Packers. But anyway, so it was called the Mecca Sports Bar and Grill. It's something like you can say it's like Buffalo Wild Wings in a way. But, their main thing is like the burger, and of course the name the Mecca is based off of the current UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. So it's based off of that because it used to be called the Mecca, and the Bucks used to play there until the Bradley Center was made, and I think it was 87, 88 or something like that. I'm not sure. I can't believe I forgot. But anyway, so of course it was owned by the Milwaukee Bucks himself. So Tom Watchbard, that's what it's gonna be called now. They want to take over the multi-level tavern space directly across the plaza from, of course, the Plaza Forum. So I guess they did a license application this past Wednesday, and I guess they want to build it as an ultimate sports bar experience. So let's see, offers a wide range domestic, import, and craft beers. They better have some local ones too, along with cocktails, wine, seltzers, and I like this one, non-alcoholic beverages. So maybe non-alcoholic beer, or they have like a non-alcoholic vodka or some. I don't even think there's such thing as a non-alcoholic vodka. If I'm wrong, let me know. I don't know, but yeah. So it still will be a full service restaurant. So it's like highlights classic club flair like burgers. Okay, so they're gonna add chicken wings on that. Ooh, deep dish nachos. That's something different. Offerings such as a ahi and hai tuna tower, and lobster mac and cheese. Never tried that, but it does seem interesting. But I can eat like a tuna fish, that you fry it or something like that, but not like the canned tuna. So how that looks. Can't even eat that. I don't know. It just really just grossed me out. So this chain does have 16 locations nationwide. So each reportedly featuring upwards of 100 TVs for the maximum game day viewing. Wow. Okay, upcoming Milwaukee location list at Brooks Shaden as the CEO and manager alongside Shannon McNeil with local attorney. Oh, okay. Oh, we got a local here. Okay, local attorney Brian Randall and as an agent, and Jason Cooney will oversee daily operations as the regional operating partner. Okay. Of course, Tom Ryan, of course, who's the co-founder of Tom Watch Bar. Was also a part of the team that launched the national chain Smash Burger. Okay, wherever that is. Of course, they explain more about the Mecca and where it opened like during the 2019 playoffs. So yeah, partnership between Levy and the Bucks, and not well. Should I say? I don't know, but right now, if it wasn't for Levy, I would still have a job at Bradley Center, maybe switching into Fires of Forum. So I may still have a job with them, but you know what? I'm happy with my new job, and plus, pay better than I was getting paid at the Bradley Center anyway, although it was a long time ago. But hey, I'm happy. Let's see. Okay, so they're gonna pay $850,000 for the business. Is owned by affiliated of the Bucks, of course. If I said that. So the 10-year lease for the Deer District space began August 1st. Okay, so now they gotta wait for the council to approve it. So they want to open it mid next month. So if it gets approved, which it probably will anyway, so why not? You gotta have something going on when it comes to the Deer District. So let's see. From Monday to Thursday, from 4 p.m. to midnight. That's Monday to Thursday. Friday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to midnight. So this is something different. Like they always open like in the afternoons, but it's like when it comes to like Saturday and Friday, they will open like till midnight. And like Monday through Sunday through Thursday, they always close early, like maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock. So why not have something like open around? It's like it would be good you have Friday and Saturday open until like 2 a.m. Like you got a freaking Historia cookie place that's open like till 3 a.m. in the morning when people will have the munchies. So I don't know. It's just something they just gotta. I don't know. In my opinion, they just need to change the time. In my opinion. So of course, this are the original pictures that y'all seen on the pre-recorded episode. So showing how the pictures look at the Mega Sports Bar and Grill. So it may not be that much of a change. Only thing they probably would do, they probably would like somehow put more TVs in, or maybe try to make more space in there. So who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do with the inside? We do not know. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see, and I still gotta do downtown updates and stuff like that. And me, suddenly me, don't have opportunity couldn't have the opportunity to do that. But I'm think I'm gonna do it on Saturday, since I'm gonna try to get my Monday Night Raw tickets. Thanks to my stepson. So hopefully we can get that out of the way on Saturday. So we'll see. Hopefully I will do that. If not, I'm definitely am gonna do it. Let's see. Probably, hopefully this Saturday for sure. I will do the whole thing. It's probably gonna end up being after work. So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight down there and just take pictures and stuff like that, and go from there. So enough about that. And like I said, this probably ain't gonna be that long of a show. So kind of glad nothing Bucks related to talk about today. I did release a video earlier today about the highlights of Gary Trent Jr. and the pattern I'm trying to follow is trying to do the starting five. So we already got Miles Turner, Giannis, and Gary Trent Jr. So the other two starters is gonna be because anybody in the point guard position can start. So it's gonna be a little tricky. So you will see. I probably will do that video. I might release it sometime tomorrow. So we'll see. Or I might do two of them, back to back. So we'll see. At least I can put more content out there. At least, yeah. So for you guys that's watching on TikTok, most of the videos I do will be exclusively on YouTube, and like I said, I will do like more content for you guys on TikTok, also on Twitch, and also on WFSO's radio network Facebook page. So I'm just trying to do all that, and yeah. So trying to look at some like comic book movies and TV news, do a little bit of updates on both Marvel and DC before we end the show. Let's see. I'm trying to go to where I was at, so I'm not trying to go all the way down, but where was I? Okay, I think I was here. Catherine Hahn, I was hoping they get another Africa All Alone season 2, since it was cheap to make. So I guess the thing now is what they're gonna do from there. If y'all saw the season, it did good. It did have good views on Disney Plus and had positive positive notes from critics. So just wait and see. And plus, they didn't have to spend that much of the budget of the show total, so save them money. So why not? They said they're gonna start doing having like shows that are a hit that's gonna have like more than just one season. Well, so for Daredevil, because it's not like a guarantee, but right now they're thinking of maybe end up doing just 2 seasons. So the one that's going to come out March of next year maybe end up the final season. It all depends how the viewers it get, because first season of Daredevil Born Again, according to some viewers or some people, that it didn't get enough viewers as the first season of Daredevil on Netflix did, which Daredevil on Netflix did hugely for Netflix. Anyway, for people that's watching the pre-recorded, of course, a little bit of scenes of Spider-Man of the movie Brand New Day. They are shooting right now, and it's going to be out at end of July next year. Monica Rambeau will reportedly have a big role in Avengers Doomsday. Yep, which would make sense. And of course, if you follow like everything, like with the Marvels and all some of these other Marvel MCU, you'll know the pattern, and the pattern makes sense. So just put it that way. Tobey Maguire will appear in the beginning of Avengers Doomsday. Interesting. be something to see. Okay, more scenes of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Um, okay. Oh, he's on top of the Punisher van. Nice. Of course, for you guys that's not familiar, they already did the cast. They the original, who's in it and stuff like that. But the Punisher was added into it, and of course the Hulk is on there as well. So this could be very different, especially how the Punisher. I guess they can see what he does with maybe being on a I wouldn't say like a really calm tone, but because if it's a PG-13 movie, you're gonna get away with some things, but you can't get with a lot that you could with rated R. That's what people, they always want, this movie gotta be rated R. This movie gotta be rated R. Not all the time. It depends on the story and how they shoot it. So I don't know. I'm get some people. It's like I don't know if it's like young, immature people that be asking for that, but probably is. Anyways, of course, Ryan Reynolds will return in Deadpool as an Avengers Doomsday. Of course, we're not saying that he's going to join the Avenger team, but like I said, it's the let's see, Guardians of the Galaxy in the Avengers team. No, they just helping them. So it's like Avengers with Guardians of the Galaxy. So with the Doomsday, it's like you got the Avengers, and then you got the new Avengers, then you got X-Men team, Fantastic Four team, and Doom's team, and I think there's Loki's team too. So yeah, all that stuff you were seeing from the MCU from like phase 4 and 5. If you didn't see any of it, you gotta go see it. Everything is on Disney Plus, and plus with Avengers is Tom Holland Spider-Man is not part of the main story of Avengers Doomsday. So he's probably gonna be like in the end credits or something like that of Doomsday, which would make sense. Scarlet Witch will reportedly not be recast after Avengers Secret Wars. Good, because Elizabeth Olsen is good at her role with that. So yeah, she made her own. Of course, still in theaters, Fantastic Four. Show the thing with the beard. Marvel Studios reportedly has planned for Kingpin to face off against Spider-Man in the MCU. Which we talked about it the other day, just like how is that gonna work where Marvel Studios can do the Kingpin when it comes to the TV series. When it comes to the movie wise, sorry, they gotta talk to Sony. I don't know how they got to dance around with it, but I don't know, maybe a deal that was going on a long time ago. Who knows? But I hope Sony will agree on it when they get a chance to, and go from there. Because that will be good to have the Kingpin in a Spider-Man movie. Although you saw the Kingpin, who was played by Michael Clark Duncan, which was a black guy that's playing like the Kingpin. So I don't think the race of it at the time probably didn't matter. It just like threw me off so much, and plus how good of an actor he is. I seriously was happy that I think he ain't gonna disappoint, and he didn't. He was a good Kingpin when he was playing his role in Daredevil. Too bad you didn't get the continuation of the story of the Kingpin, but what more we know. So it kind of sucks that I don't know how Sony ended up getting the movie rights, and they was using the Kingpin on Fox. It's just all kind of scribbly scrappy. Just put it that way. Multiple dead heroes and villains will reportedly be brought back to the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars. Oh yeah, of course part of the story is Secret Wars. Everything will be reset. Some characters will die, and some of them are in the movie, but some of them are going to be like recast, and some of them are still going to play their same role. So we know there's a few people that's gonna be safe. I think Hope's still gonna be there. Mark Ruffalo and Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, he's still gonna be there. So it's just gonna be something different, like just to see like what's gonna work. And can't forget about Star-Lord, because he is on Earth, so they had to have him on there somewhere. Wait a minute. Okay, now they changed it to something different. So Charlie Cox, when asked if season 2 of Daredevil Born Again is the final season, okay, he said no. I do not believe so. But he was saying earlier that it may be. Okay, so Charlie Cox apologized for calling season 2 of Daredevil Born Again the final season. He also joked that he received a few calls from Marvel, which he probably did. Okay. Sometime next month, Spider-Man vs. Scorpion fight sequence will be filmed at Pinewood Studios in London. So they were, at Glasgow, which they did wrap shooting in that area, and they're gonna go somewhere else. Oh, Weapons, the #1 movie in 2 weeks in a row. Okay. Now, this is a sad thing. The Eternals will now appear in Avengers Secret Wars. Then, and I know y'all probably gonna be thinking like me when I think about this. Like, then what was the point making a movie about them if you're not gonna use them in the future? I know the movie, as that case they told it, it bombed. But I like the movie. But if I had to choose what was the worst movie in the MCU, it will, had to be Eternals. Because there were parts of it, you just want to like fall asleep and stuff like that. So I think, they was kind of explaining what was going on with the story, but I don't know, what more can you do? Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine in Avengers Doomsday. We'll see. Daphne King will reportedly return as Laura X-23 in Avengers Doomsday. It makes sense if, Deadpool Wolverine is going to be there, so why not? So Fantastic Four First Steps is on track to finish its third quarter run with 500 to 510 million worldwide. And the film does have like a $200 million budget. Which, as that's the case, they already made the budget and also maybe doubled their budget for probably, putting it out there in theaters and, like putting it out there, promotional wise and toys and stuff. So, and plus, showing it in the theaters too. So, if they do reach, that 500 to like 510 million worldwide, it's still a good thing because, that's still, they got some profit out of that. Because y'all don't understand, there are certain movies that, if you make at least a certain amount, people think, they go like triple it just to say that, it needs to make a profit. A $200 million budget and you're going to make having like 500 million. That's more than double. And exactly, 400 million would be, to break even, which, some other reports would say otherwise. No, it probably was like 400 million total for them to break even. So they make 500 million. They already passed 400 million, so they already making profit. So it just depends how much profit they're gonna make. So yeah, so I'm glad with the numbers, and this probably be the only successful Marvel movie this year that they have, and it's end up being the final one of the year. So crazy, right? Doctor Strange's role in Avengers Doomsday was reportedly to fix the inclusion. But, after Doomsday, there will be another movie that will be out in, 2027 before Secret Wars. So, some people are not sure. It could be Doctor Strange 3 or what's it? Shang Li's it could be part 2 of that one. I can't believe I forgot that guy's name. Oh god, I'm illiterate. Anyways, okay, Marvel Studios is planning to make a new show about Tigra after the multiverse saga for the new phase of MCU. So I heard about her, but not sure like if she's like a mutant or anything like that. But I didn't hear about her. So we'll see. Let's look at DC, and we're gonna end it. So I guess it was like a little bit more to talk about than I expected. So I was thinking we was gonna end it right now, but I forgot. So you know me, we gotta do DC too. As y'all know, this past Friday, Superman's digital release is out. It was released and it's out. From like another YouTuber, they said that that they they decided they wanted to keep release Superman earlier in digital than anything because of the buzz that it's getting. Of course, it passes his budget and double what is made, and plus making profit. So it is doing good. So Superman will remain in theaters for a while. So okay, from James Gunn, good news. It's still in theaters for a while, but thanks to everyone for the compliments, much appreciated. So that's good. It's like if you don't want to if you still want to see the movie in theaters, you still can, because it's gonna be still out for a while. Or you just want it on digital. But then again, there's times you can go see it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday if you're AMC or any other movie theater that do deals on Tuesday. You can actually see the movie on Tuesday for cheap and can keep seeing it from there. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh wow. Okay. Is it as of today? Yeah, as of today, Superman has earned $594 million at the global box office, which is making a profit. It is near $600 million. So it was like $450 million that had to make to break even. So it did more than that and then some. So $600 million, that's something. So I don't care what anybody says, but yeah, that's that's passable to me. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Terrence Stamps, who's played General Zod in Superman. I think it was just only Superman 2. So, but yeah, he passed today. So rest in peace to him. And I had to tell our roommate, because he's a big Superman fan. I sent him the information on that this afternoon. Just kind of found out while I was at work, and yeah. Let's see. Of course, he said he's writing this. James Gunn is writing the sequel. I guess you can call it a sequel, but it's going to be something else. But it is going to involve with Superman and I think Supergirl as well. So I guess at the moment, just wait and see on that. Okay, 5 highest grossing DC films at the domestic box office, which means here in the States, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, Batman Beginnings is now up there. That's something. Then you got Wonder Woman, the first one. The Batman. Then you got, of course, Superman that's currently out now. So, cool. So it seems like they make their money out of, Batman and all that stuff. So it's just crazy. Wait. DC Studios' Superman sequel will reportedly begin filming in early 2026, targeting a July 2027 release. Wow. The Superman saga would include the Super Family. So, with Superman, Supergirl, Crypto, and whoever else they're going to add on there. Who knows? I guess we'll know more next year when we see Supergirl next year. So, we will see. Okay. Oh, for your birthday to Kristen Manoli, who was on there as the Penguin. Oh, okay, these are yesterday's. Peacemaker Season 2 is now the highest rated TV show of 2025. Debuting certified fresh with a perfect 100%. Okay. Yeah, some people's votes may change. And, yep, let's see. You have 95% from Rotten Tomatoes from Creature Commandos, which kicked off the DCU this past December. Then you have Superman, 83%, and right now you have Peacemaker Season 2 as 100%. So they said Peacemaker 2 is going to explain, how, Peacemaker Season 1 is canon. And I guess it's not got something to add with, the multiverse, which, you understand. So, yeah. It will explain a lot. So, cool. Okay, Supergirl and Crypto and James Gunn's Superman. Okay, so you'll probably see the clip of Peacemaker. Damn. Yep. James Gunn's Superman beats Aquaman, and is that the first Joker or the second Joker? They saying becomes the 5th highest grossing DC film of all time domestically. Because Aquaman, wait, did Aquaman made $1 billion? So how did they knock that? And Superman only made nearly 600 million worldwide. I don't get that. But then again, with the Joker, it was like a cheap budget, so it did, it did make money. Number 1 on Apple TV for Superman. Of course, on digital and stuff like that. Yes. Wait, today's the 17th. So yeah, happy birthday to my sister. She probably ain't watching, but if she is, happy birthday to her. I did wish her happy birthday earlier, so yeah. Okay. Kristen Manoli will be back as Sophia Falcone in Batman 2. It may have a different name, but who knows? Yeah, there's... Okay. There's really, really much to talk about. It's just like Superman, Peacemaker. So, not much to talk about. So, we're going to end it from here. And, it's almost 11 p.m. my time. And probably almost midnight if you're watching on the East Coast. So, maybe almost 9 p.m. on the West Coast. So, I'm going to end it from here. And let me move the screen back. So, thank you guys for watching on TikTok. And I appreciate a lot of the likes. So, more than what we did for, when we start doing WFSO Aftermath Live on TikTok since, June, July or something like that? Between June and July. It was one of the two we started doing, doing this. So I appreciate you guys and thanks for the likes. It was halfway past, halfway to 1,000 likes. It would have been cool if we would have got there, but maybe next time. For you guys on YouTube, you know what to do. Like today's video, give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Like I explained, we try and get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We will start doing giveaways. When we get close to 1,000, we will explain our first giveaway or prize package, whatever the case may be. We don't know yet. Because we are very close to 600 subscribers, so maybe by the end of the week we'll get to 600 subscribers. So we're hoping. Also, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. You have videos like this, whereas at YouTube we have over 2,800 videos and 2,900 videos and counting, and one of the longest ranking YouTube channels on YouTube. Being on this for like 16 years, it's always great and always fun. So it's fun for me, and I love doing it. So it's mainly like my passion. And I think, my passion on talk about, this stuff, Buck stuff, the developments that's going on in my city here in Milwaukee, and also wrestling content. So that's all my passions, and I love doing it. So I don't think, the passion of that will never end for me until probably the day I die. But anyways, Also, for like the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com, upcoming events with the Midwest Wrestling, also meet and greets. We also are a sponsor of Slam Championship Wrestling, which it does have a page on our website. You can look at the update stuff that's going on for the upcoming show that they're going to have this fall. So you get a chance, check that page out on wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Thank our sponsors, Mike and Rob Thompson. Also thank to Midway Wrestling Collectibles and Great Scott Sports Cars for their sponsorship. And if you're trying to look for like wrestling merch that you want, because everything must go when it comes to Midwest Wrestling Collectibles, because everything must go, and they're trying to sell everything that they got, like T-shirts, autographs, and figures, and all that good stuff. So go check them out. And they also on Great Scott Sports Cards.weebly.com and look for Midwest Wrestling Collectibles, and you will see all the items that they have for sale on there. And plus, it's on the Wrestling Fan Speak Out website as well, so under the sponsors. So go ahead and look for them. Maybe there's some things you may be interested in having. There's probably a few autographs that I'm interested in. Also, we are also a proud sponsor of Maddie's Mary. If you're dealing with like a baby or infant loss or pregnancy loss as well, Maddie's Mary will be able to help you or find the resources that will to help. So if you want to support the cause and help Maddie's Mary do their job with trying to send supplies to hospitals, not just like in the city but all around the world. So check out maddiesmary.org and you can look on there and how you can help. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Man up, woman up, face up. Check on your mental health. Until the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later. Goodbye, everybody. Okay, can't end it from here. So long. And if you guys want to pre-record it, if you want to look at the live version of WFSO Aftermath, you can. It'll probably be after this previous video. So go ahead and look for it and see you then.